The retirement fund's attorneys tell the federal court today they've gone from cautiously optimistic to plainly pessimistic that the parties will be able to reach a settlement in a $300 million lawsuit against the CNMI government. With the fund expected to reach depletion by March 2014, the attorneys for the fund and the retiree plaintiffs say their do-or-die deadline for reaching a settlement is June 30th. Settlement Judge Robert Ferris is set to meet with all of the parties of the CNMI from June 24th through the 26th for a final settlement conference, after which they'll be able to determine whether or not an agreement is possible. The plaintiff's attorney, Marjorie Bronster, meanwhile asked trial judge Francis Tidenko-Gaywood to move forward with decisions on motions that had been held in abeyance while settlement talks were ongoing. This includes the plaintiff's motion to place the fund under federal receivership. The judge agreed to decide on that motion first, after June 30th, and before a marathon hearing that she set for August 5th through the 6th on other issues before the court. Among those is the fate of two recently enacted CNMI laws that allow active government employees to withdraw their retirement contributions. The CNMI government, meanwhile, appears to be the only party in the fund litigation that isn't pessimistic about reaching a settlement.
We remain optimistic, and we do hope that settlement comes out with a positive outcome. Other than that, I can't really comment on it, but we remain positive.
That's Assistant AG Reena Patel, who represents the government. Patel says she doesn't know why the other parties in this case are feeling far from positive, and she also wouldn't describe June 30th as a do-or-die deadline.
I think for the government, I wouldn't necessarily say that's the do or die in terms of having a paper agreement. Some terms may need to go back on drafts of a settlement agreement, but I do think it's important to reassess at that point whether or not we're close, whether or not we're on the same page, or what needs to happen to move forward. I think the next month will be really important in determining on how close we actually are. The parties did go back and look at their own needs and wants out of the settlement agreement, and now's the time to really go down and hammer it out. So I think we're close to deciding whether or not we can move forward, but it'll take a good amount of work in the next month.